Welcome to Journeys with Jason George, Episode 18, Inside Owl Pellets and Surprise Visitors. On today's journey, we get surprised by this snowy owl just hanging out and enjoying the view. He was still there a while later on our way home, but the coolest owl of the day, and kind of unexpected, was this owl sitting on the ground. It was so close, and it was almost blending in with the dirt. It was amazing to be this close to an owl and it be on the ground and not seem bothered. Or maybe it was just hiding from the birds, because the owl, when it was in the tree, oh man, the seagulls were not happy. Nobody was attacking it, but they were definitely warning others of its presence. But the real reason of today's outing was to go and try to find some owl pellets. And oh my goodness, I didn't expect to find this many owl pellets, but I kept them, and I wanted to take them apart and show you what actually was inside an owl pellet. So to be safe, I first put on gloves. I actually double gloved, and I put these purple gloves on over top because they were a little bit more free. And then I put a mask on, and then I started to pull the grass away. And then once I got that done, I started to take the fur or the hair from whatever the animal that was eaten by the owl. Oh, did you see that? There was just a little bug that ran. Well, the owl will catch a mouse or a vole or whatever animal, and it swallows it whole. The soft part of the animal will come out the backside, and it's often referred to as whitewash when you see it on trees or on the ground. And then you have the pellet. That's the fur, the bones, all the hard things that the owl can't digest, and it spits it up in a pellet. Sometimes they come in different sizes and shape. I've actually found one when I first started looking at owl pellets with 10 skulls. That's right, 10 skulls. But normally they have like one skull, maybe 2 or 3, but that was pretty cool getting to see one with 10 skulls. But so I pulled these pellets apart and just started to sort and organize what I was seeing inside them. I didn't keep all the little, really tiny bones, well, like the super tiny bones, because I'm just trying to show you an example of what's going on in the pellets. I'm actually probably not going to do much with them other than throw them back into nature after I'm done. Well, actually that's a bit of a lie. I'm probably going to include 1 or 2 of them in my walking stick. Have you heard about my walking stick? Check out an episode, it's pretty cool. And I'm going to include some of these owl pellets, or at least the skeletons of the animals that the owl ate, in my walking stick. I wonder how that'll actually turn out. But, yeah. Inside some of these pellets, there's a lot of bone, they're different sizes. I've actually found a couple pieces of corn. Yeah. I'm not sure if the owl ate the corn. I'm sure it was probably like the mouse or the vole that was eating the corn, and then it just got digested into the owl, and then it just coughed it up. Or maybe I've discovered something really new. Well, maybe I should look more into that. Well, all of these are snowy owl pellets that I found at the end of the season. Oh, now that that's done, let's let it sit and take a break. Want to come for a drive? Yeah. Well, if it's the end of the owl season, maybe it's the end of the ditch beaver season. And I went back and I was lucky. One of them was still hanging around. Most of my ditch beavers actually come river beavers, so I was actually excited to see this one. And spent a little bit of time with it. Just doing its beaver thing. The real reason for going out today, though, was find the sandhill cranes. Yeah, this is that bird that I had saved that one time. And oh man, these sandhill cranes were pretty close. Unfortunately, they weren't in their mating routine as they've just arrived to the area, but man, they're such beautiful birds. I could just watch and listen to them for hours upon hours. These birds are about 3 feet tall, with a foot-long razor-sharp beak, and they're just looking for corn, similar to what the mice were eating, that the owls were hunting for. Oh. Often when I see them, they're way off in the distance, but today, we're pretty lucky. They're actually really close and being pretty chill. Just having some food, grabbing a drink. Oh, that's those two that were walking earlier. They wanted to come and join the group. Are they a family? Are they all males? Are they all females? Who knows? Maybe I should come back in the future and investigate a little bit more. There might be thousands of them one day. But let's focus on the owls. So now that we've dried and kind of cleaned our bones out, we start to sort them in different styles and shape of bones. And oh my goodness, the fact that I didn't even take out all the bones and this is how many bones I have, probably means that there were a lot of mice in that field. Some of these are actually pretty cool. They're all different sizes and parts of them. There's a few skulls, there's some hip bones, and a bunch of teeth. Man, this is pretty cool. Let's take a closer look. So this pile here are like the odds and ends. These are the bones that I'm not really sure. There's some teeth and some ribs and a little bit of hair left over. Oh, yeah. And there's the corn. And then we've got some of the bigger bones. Probably like hips and legs and maybe some arms. Not again really sure of that. And then we have the bones that I think are really cool. These are like the skulls and all of those. There's that one over there that looks really interesting to me, but we'll come back to that. Yeah. A few skulls. A lot of jawbones. The jawbones on most animals actually fall apart. So you'll only just see part of them, not together. That one that's probably the biggest bone that we have. It's about the size of a dime. And then we have this one. This one is like a hand. Do you see it? I don't know. It's really cool. I hope I can do something with that in my walking stick. And then there's this big jaw. I'm not sure what animal that was, but it's almost double the size of the other jaws. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing what's inside an owl pellet. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, and enjoy the wildlife.